Good afternoon and welcome to Grace and Gavel, where truth meets compassion. My name is Buffy, an almost 18-year criminal defense attorney. Today we're talking about the second trial, when public opinion rewrites the case. Sometimes a trial doesn't end when the verdict is read. Sometimes the real trial begins after, in public. There are no rules, no burden of proof, no jury instructions, just opinion. Let's frame the issue here. The legal system exists to answer a very narrow question. Was the charge proven beyond a reasonable doubt? Public opinion answers a very different one. How do I feel about this person now? Those two processes are not interchangeable. How the second trial forms. Once a case becomes public, people begin evaluating more than the evidence. They evaluate the personality of the person. Do they act like they're guilty, or are they walking around like they've done nothing wrong? I think that the second one would almost make them angrier because they feel like this person should have been convicted the first time. The tone of the person, how they handle themselves, how they carry themselves, your interpretation of what they're doing and how they're doing it, their emotional expressions, their perceived sincerity or fakeness, if you look into that. And over time, these impressions harden into judgments. And why it feels final. The problem with the second trial is that it never ends, right? This person is going to be literally villainized for probably the rest of the time that they're in the area, right? There's no verdict, no appeal, no closure. A person can be legally cleared and still remain permanently suspect in the public imagination. Core insight here. The law decides guilt. The public decides worthiness. And once those two are confused, acquittal starts to feel illegitimate. Not because the law failed, but because it didn't deliver emotional resolution. And ultimately, the law was never designed to provide emotional resolution. Even when people are found guilty, there still isn't the ability to bring the person back, unfortunately, right? You still have that pain, you still have that longing, you still have that need for closure. And I know we talked in previous videos about closure can potentially be a myth depending on how it's handled. An acquittal can end a case, but it often doesn't end the consequences. That's the second trial, and there are no safeguards against that. Thank you for tuning in to Grace and Gavel, where truth meets compassion. Thank you for tuning in. It means a lot to me that you all are tuning in, and I appreciate it very, very much. If you have some story ideas or things that you are interested in, feel free to drop them in the community. As you will notice, I do engage in the community as well as answer questions and things like that and offer encouragement when possible. Thank you so much, everyone, and just know that you're very much appreciated, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.